So I came out here to start the RV this morning and it didn't start. And I checked the battery and it was down to like 5 amps, volts, whatever. One of the things I did notice is this. I don't know about these types of connectors. All the new cars seem to have them. Back in the old days we had those lead connectors, and of course they had their own issues. They would go bad after a while. But seeing more and more cars having these, I'm wondering if they're not actually okay. This one is not okay because you can wiggle that around and it's tightened as far as it will actually go. But I checked pole to pole on my old meter here. In fact, I'll get that out and we'll ground one into that over here. And we'll touch the hot side to the hot side. Boom. That's showing about 5 volts, if I'm reading that right, and I may not be. I don't know much about this stuff. But if I check the Toyota right there, it goes over here to like 15. And if I check the batteries in the compartment here, it goes way over as far as it can go. Of course, that's plugged into the house, which I think gives it a kind of a constant flow. I am thinking this vehicle has a button on it that you throw, and it's supposed to connect that battery to the cranking battery. And I did that this morning, but to be honest with you, it didn't do much. I don't know if I can show you. This is the button here. It's basically the, you can hear it making a little click. But it didn't make it crank this morning. I don't know if this will crank now or not. I had it running for a few minutes this morning. Yeah, it's not. So when I push the button, it's still not. Now I don't know if that's because of this battery connection. For example, it could be that that fire from that battery comes in to here, but this isn't making connection to here. So I'm going to clean all this up. I thought about replacing that, but then I got to think, well, actually the way that looks, that goes into a big wire down here that goes down to the starter. It would be, I would actually have to replace that wire to change it. And I got to thinking, well, you know, it may be that these things just aren't that much better than them old type we used to have. So what I did do is I went out and bought me a fresh new battery. I'm going to throw that fresh new battery over in here, and we'll see if that connection fits the fresh new battery any better, and we'll go with that. I'll make a little comment on retirement. Retirement is like an amazing thing because it changes the speed at which I tend to move. For example, I got up this morning, went to the parts store, and I didn't rush back because I wasn't in any hurry. And before I was retired, I was always in a hurry because I never had enough time to get all the things I'd done that I wanted to do. But now, not so much. Not an issue. So, just a really a change. See, even that ground connection there is not tight. That needs a little greasy. That needs a little greasy stuff on it. Old tow wrecker turned me off to this freeze off stuff. Turned me on. He didn't turn me on, but he turned me on to the freeze off stuff a long time ago, and it's become my my stuff of choice for loosening stuck nuts and bolts. I also use, I've got a old-fashioned grease squirter, oil squirter, and I use a combination of transmission fluid and acetone. But I use this freeze off a lot, and especially in situations like this. It really works well. I first used it when I was doing a brake job on something, and he recommended that for freeing up old stuck brake lines, and I found that it works quite well. So I just thought I'd say that. This is a die hard, and I'm guessing it died hard. This new one is an Autocraft Gold. And we'll poke that one in there.